Hello guys, it's me Donna from Blessed Mom. Today I just want to have a little discussion about all the wondrous things that God has done out through the ages. For example, when he told Noah to go build a boat and that he was going to get rid of all the evil on the earth. So for his family and him to move on to the ark, and Noah went out and told, everybody about it. And of course they laughed at him because they couldn't imagine a boat being built and it destroying the whole world, the water, so. And then another thing was when a man got swallowed up by a whale and then was spitted out. Nobody believed that either. And when Lot's wife turned back into Sodom and Gomorrah, and she was turned into a pillar of salt, you can't imagine that. And how about a dead man, Lazarus, being risen from the dead and coming back to life? That's hard to believe. The storm that was calmed by a few words by Jesus. The fire in the desert that Moses saw, that it didn't consume the fire. It didn't consume the bush, so much that Moses had to take a better look at it. What about the 3 boys that were thrown into the fire? By Nebuchadnezzar. And when it was finally, they walked out of the fire, and they didn't even smell like they had smoke on them. God has been doing all sorts of things through history that we find it, our minds cannot comprehend. We find it really very hard to believe. And unless we saw it ourselves, and even then our mind, looks at it and tries to make up excuses. Like when they were in the desert and they were being pursued by Egypt, and God split the ocean, and there was a wall of water on each side of them, and they walked through it, and water didn't touch them. But when Egypt's army followed them, then the water fell onto the army and destroyed them. You can find countless things. What about a man being crucified and being buried and then on the 3rd day coming back to life again? These are all amazing instances that have happened in the Bible, and yet we find it hard to believe at times. Our minds are telling us that it can't happen. Our scientific minds are telling us that there must be another reason for it. Well, the only explanation it could be is it's from God. And I know that with us having all this bad stuff that's happening in the world right now, the coronavirus and, the new peace deal and all these things that are looking towards the end of the world, and we're all worried about that, when Jesus is going to come, when are we going to, who's going to be saved? Are we going to go through the rapture? Is there going to be a rapture? Are we going to go through the tribulations? And is the coronavirus part of the tribulations and all that? Well, you know what? Rather than worry about that and be fearful or excited if you happen to be a Christian, maybe what we need to do is keep our minds and hearts on God. We need to focus our attention on our relationship with Jesus Christ. That's the important thing. I want to build my relationship with God. I want to have that one-on-one relationship, because when you draw closer to God, God draws closer to you. And that's the important thing. And during this hard times that we're having, the coronavirus and all that, Satan is using it to his advantage. He's using it to distract you. He's using it to frighten you. He's using it to deter you from having your eyes set on Jesus. Because he knows that, our redemption is drawing nigh. And he don't have much time. So every little bit, as it gets closer and closer, he's getting more panicky. And he's going to do everything he possibly can to distract you. So my words to you guys is don't worry about that kind of stuff. If you are in good with God and you have a good relationship with God and you put your trust in God and you are saved, none of that other stuff is important because God's got you covered. But if you don't have a relationship with God and you're not saved, then maybe it's time that you get saved. Because, time is clicking by. The clock is clicking. And pretty soon the last little ounce of sand in the hourglass is going to be gone. And then it's going to be too late. So if you don't have a personal relationship with God and you would like to, you're not saved, let me know. Talk to me. Leave me a comment. Subscribe to my channel. Like it. Turn on that little notification bell so that you know when I make more videos. And then leave me a comment and I'll get back to you. And remember, guys, always smile. Always look up to God and have that relationship with God. I love you guys and you have a good day.